episode of Divine Feminine Astrology. I am Erica Othen, here to share daily inspiration to empower your highest self. So today's report is for Monday, May 2nd, 2022. And when I'm tuning into the natal chart of today's energy, I see the sun is at 12 degrees of Taurus. We're moving toward Uranus, not quite there yet. The conjunction is going to be in about 2 days, so we're going to report on that on Wednesday. But I am seeing that Venus just moved into Aries at 0 degrees. I'm a natal Venus in Aries, so personally I really love that vibration. It is a fiery, spicy warrior heart Venus emanation. This is like an activation of our rebel heart, our warrior heart. We may be feeling more passionate. We may be feeling, like I said, more spicy, more fiery. The Venus is actually making a really beautiful connection to Mercury, which is now at 2 degrees of Gemini, and then the moon just crossed over Mercury as well. So that's all making a beautiful alignment. Earlier this morning, the moon moved through the Pleiades. I've been talking a lot about Pleiadian energy in my other reports, but I'm just feeling this really beautiful activation of the light. I'm feeling really high vibrational energy just streaming through, coming through with these planets moving through the Pleiades. When it comes to the moon in Gemini, we may feel more inclined to speak our emotions, talk about, express how we're feeling. It went over Alcyon, like I said earlier in the day. So I'm just feeling good, high vibrational energy coming through with all these alignments in those early degrees of Gemini. As far as some new asteroid energy to talk about for today. So it's funny because I felt intuitively called to pull asteroid Kali for today's report, and she is directly conjunct Chiron. So when it comes to Kali, she is an emanation of the fierce, wild feminine. You can really think of her vibration like a feminine Pluto. So she comes in and just breaks things down, destroys energy in order for it to be rebirth anew, in order for some new energy to come through. Kali in Aries is bringing the heat, bringing the fire. I'm seeing a vision of like a volcano where all this magma is like happening infinitely, constantly under the ground, and it's almost like ready to blow. So with Kali conjunct Chiron, I am connecting to a deep healing of the divine feminine, of really the dark feminine energy. So the energy that doesn't want to be tamed, that will not submit, that wants to rise up, that wants to be expressed. I'm also seeing this like feminine call to action that is being activated with Kali and Chiron. When it comes to Chiron in a natal chart, I really feel that it is one of the most significant aspects of a chart to be handled with love and care and kindness and compassion. It's almost like handled with some TLC, because it is such a raw, vulnerable expression of our soul, but also within a natal chart. And Kali is just like coming up in it's like this energy that it's funny, because when I'm tuning into this vibration of the magma and this volcano that's like bursting, it's almost like this, I'm seeing like this push and this pull, and there's this resistance with this energy, this wild feminine frequency of expression that has been wanting to be expressed and released and like put out, but for some reason there are some blocks around it. Now there could be some personal blocks. Maybe you feel like it's too much and this energy is overwhelming, but I would highly encourage the expression of your feelings, maybe moving it through your body in a physical way, being active, doing something, that can help you just get this energy out to be expressed. Some deep wounds could be illuminated at this time, which of course isn't always the most comfortable energy and expression, but it's needed. Like that fierceness is needed to be expressed, and I'm seeing it actually ignite a lot of change, like positive change within the collective. Kali in Aries is like dragon energy. So, when I connect to the vibration of the dragon, it's really beautifully aligned with the creative flow of the feminine energy since the beginning of time. I always connect the dragons with the galactic center, and that's because I've had my own little, I guess, personal experience with the vibration of the galactic center when I was sitting in a plant medicine ceremony, and I was kind of brought there to feel it and experience it and actually really see it, like what it was like, what it felt like to be surrounded and like engulfed in this energy of divine creation. Now, I really feel that the galactic center is like the heart womb of creation, where all of creation was birthed, where multidimensional consciousness just streams through into our Milky Way galaxy. But I've seen these beautiful angelic dragons that are there, really like being in this space, connected to this space. Dragons are powerful energy. Like I said, they're a symbol of the feminine that has gone back for thousands and thousands of years. It's a powerful force, a powerful source that is connected with like the birth of all creation. So with Kali, it's like that, again, that energy just wants to come through. It wants to be expressed, it wants to be seen and heard and witnessed and felt. So that could be something that we are collectively experiencing. It's making a semi-sextile to Uranus and the sun as well. So again, that's really like the dominant energy that I'm feeling for today. Like spicy, feisty, powerful, but a really great portal for creativity. I'm feeling a burst of creative energy coming through, as well as for manifestation. So that's something that's really beautiful. Let me tune into anything else that I'm feeling. So another asteroid that I felt called to pull for today's chart was Merlin. Merlin is at 18 degrees of Pisces, moving towards the North Node, which is at 22 degrees of Taurus. When I say moving towards, it's making a sextile. So they're in complementary expressions as far as their sign. Merlin is also moving toward Neptune. So Neptune is still at 24, obviously, because it's way out there. But I'm really feeling this Merlin kind of energy lately. When I tune into the expression of Merlin as an asteroid, it's about our magic. It's about our creative essence. How can we co-create with the universe? How can we uncover and decode our inner wisdom as a tool and as, to provide for us? I'm also seeing tapping into the frequency of abundance and prosperity with this. What's also coming through is the Magician card in Tarot, which I feel is a really beautiful representation of how we can utilize all of our different tools to help us embody our highest essence, but also embark on our mission. So a lot of magic is in the air right now. Obviously, Pisces is the sign of magic. It is a very magical, mystical, ethereal vibration. And there could be Okay, so this is kind of interesting how it's coming through, but I'm almost seeing like a trickster energy. Not that it's related to Merlin per se, but because Mars is currently in Pisces and Mars is also moving toward Merlin the asteroid, and then Merlin is kind of sandwiched in between Neptune as well. A shadow of this energy would be like delusion and maybe some trickery and people not being real or authentic and false. It just kind of came through as false light. So that's something to, nothing ever to be afraid of, but I think it's something to be mindful of. Use your intuition to discern. Our intuition is really powerful and crystal clear. Pluto retrograde, making that trine to Mercury and its shadow. I mean, Mercury's at 2 degrees, but it's still within orb of the trine. Like, our intuition is really on point. So it's just something to be mindful of and just use your discernment with the energy. I do really love the vibration of Merlin, though. You know, when I go back to the time of ancient Avalon, it wasn't that Merlin was one particular person. Rather, Merlin was a title of someone who really devoted their lives to acquiring wisdom and knowledge and learning things like astrology and alchemy and magic, of course, magic. And what is magic? It's our co creation with the universe. It is our divine will being activated so that we can manifest. And I always feel that it is something really powerful and beautiful to do, to remember our infinite ability to be able to create and tune into the vibration of magic. Tuning into the vibration of magic, especially light magic, you know, magic that has the highest intention, purest essence, highest frequency. It's tapping into our power, right? It's tapping into our purpose. So I do think that there is a really light, bright, beautiful energy that's coming through. I am sensing some duality with that, but if you connect to the light and you know, your heart is pure, your intention is pure, today is really just going to be a beautiful day. It's a potent day for manifestation. Even though it may feel fiery, I'm loving this fiery energy to really propel our manifestations forward. So, a card for the day. Let's tune in to the Wild Offering Oracle. We've got Truth. When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Take me over and speak through me. This is a really beautiful card. It has some birds on it, which always remind me of Pleiadian energy. And, you know, this kind of taps into that vibration of what I was talking about with Kali and Chiron and this need, this desire to express. Also, of course, we've got Mercury at home in Gemini with the moon there. So that was like the first vibration that I tuned into for today. This innate desire to express ourselves, our feelings, to talk, to communicate. It's super supported right now. I love that this card also talks about the duality of silence and the importance of silence, which would be listening and witnessing and honoring, and then also, you know, finding the right time to speak and to express. This to me is a really beautiful synergy between masculine and feminine energy, whereas the feminine is more receptive and allows and can hold space in the silence for the silence. Masculine energy is more initiative and assertive and outward and expressive. So really beautiful. I feel called to pick one more card for today. It's funny because this one showed up just a few days ago. I believe it was in the episode right before the solar eclipse. The next card that I pulled is compassion. As you pray each day for greater compassion, a new self is born, drawing new people and experiences. Dear Lord, help me feel ever deepening self acceptance. May I see myself as you see me. What a beautiful message. And with all of this Pisces energy, with Juno and Mars and Merlin, and of course we've got Neptune and Jupiter all in Pisces, when I tune into the exalted expression of this sign, it is compassion, it's unity, it is forgiveness, it is universal love, and seeing that we are all one. So, in times of deep healing and inner work, as well as times of great expansion and awakening, holding space for yourself and treating yourself kindly with compassion is an integral part of the experience. Also, being compassionate and kind to others, because we've all been moving through some pretty intense times, to say the least. So I feel like these two cards are really beautiful for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can go to my website. It is thespiritualchannel.com. I have a little link in the description box below. Also, thank you so much for all your kind words and your support. This has been so beautiful creating these. I'm really enjoying the experience. I was just kind of thinking about that today, how it's been really activating to my inner child as well, and really healing to my inner child as well, to be sharing these with you. So I'm grateful for all of you. Again, thank you for tuning in. Wishing you a beautiful day, sending infinite blessings your way, and I will see you tomorrow.